We have been listening to an emotional farewell, Pamela, and a celebration of life in Memphis, Tennessee. That's where hundreds of people have been gathering and gathered this afternoon for the funeral service for Tyre Nichols, who was remembered as a loving brother, son, and father.
And this was also a call for justice, with Vice President Harris and the Reverend Al Sharpton pledging to get policing reform passed.
We demand that Congress pass the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. Joe Biden will sign it. And we should not delay, and we will not be denied. It is non-negotiable.
Some of us are going to fight until we make this legislation happen. I don't know when, I don't know how, but we won't stop until we hold you accountable and change the system.
Forceful calls throughout the service for that. This was so much more, Dawn, than just a funeral or a celebration of life. It really was a call for monumental change.
It was a call for monumental change and for laws to be passed to help prevent this from happening again, Pamela. But I do have to say that on a personal note, and that's everyone is feeling from their hearts today watching this, when you have a funeral service or a going home ceremony, as it is called much of the time in the black community, those are usually reserved for the most intimate members of the family or loved ones. And we are getting to witness over and over on the national stage, on national and international television, the grief and the sadness and the suffering of many families across this country, and most of them black families. The family today handled themselves with dignity, with grace, in front of millions of people, while millions of people are watching around the world. Again, this is something that is reserved for the most special family members and the most intimate moments of a family, and this one is being played out in front of cameras, and it's heartbreaking to watch, but we are watching along with the people there in Memphis and watching along with millions around the world. So it is a sad occasion that sadly has been being played out way too often for public cameras when public cameras should not be in this type of event.
Absolutely. And to drive that point home, Don, you have family members there of other black victims who died at the hands of police, just shining a spotlight on the magnitude of this problem that continues to happen over and over and over again.
Right.
And to hear from the family members of Tyre Nichols, as you point out, so poignant, seeing Rovon Wells, the mother up there, so emotional, honoring her son, and Tyre's brother, who said he didn't even want to speak. He hadn't planned on it, but he got up there anyway to speak. And he talked about how his brother saw life through a different lens than perhaps others in their community. And it really touched me. You know, his photography, he was a skateboarder. He had this really full, rich life that now is taken away from him so early.